Hello from Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Jason.
We retired early to pursue our love of travel, and we use this channel as a video diary of our travels. We're going to start off talking about what we've done the last week or so. When we left off, we were leaving Hue to go to Hoi An. So to do that, we had to take the train back to Da Nang. We took that tourist train again, which was fine.
We got on the side with the coast this time.
We were still backwards, which I didn't like, but the website was hard.
Yeah, I guess we were, yeah.
So we got to the train station at like 6:30, and we had to get a Grab to drive to
Hoi An.
Hoi An, yeah.
From Da Nang to Hoi
From
An.
Da Nang. And that wasn't too bad, except what we had read really happened. We were outside trying to get a Grab, and people are coming over with their phones. They kind of want you to either cancel your Grab and get in their car, or
Try to confuse you.
Yeah.
They were trying to say, like, are you so-and-so? And they have like a Grab screen up on their phone, so they make you think that they're your Grab driver.
We didn't fall for it.
We didn't fall for it.
So we
Got our Grab.
got a Grab.
Took about an hour to get down there. It was night.
Yeah, and we got to our hotel, and we checked in, and it was a lengthy process.
Yeah.
There was a welcome drink, which, I don't know, it was grapefruit something. It was really good.
It's good.
But the lady sat down, like, the check-in and check-out process here is kind of strange. Like, they want you to sit down. They don't want you to stand at the counter.
Not what we're used to.
Yeah. So we had to sit down while they had our passports and checked us in. Then she came over with a map and told us probably about almost 10 minutes worth of information.
She said we were there for a long time,
Yeah.
so I think she went on a little bit extra.
I don't know.
She went to like things further out.
Yeah. So that was fine. And then the next day we went to the Old Town, but we didn't get up early to do that. And that would have been a Friday, and we found it crowded and not much to our liking, which
Just
I
crowded.
knew it would be touristy. I've heard
Yeah.
people call it Disneyland, which I told you that, and afterwards you're like, I can see that.
Yeah.
So lots of dodging, lots of scooters, and so then we just went back. That's when I was sick, so I took a nap that day, and then I'm sure it rained at some point. We had a lot of rain.
A lot of rain.
We went for a walk that evening in just our neighborhood, kind of, and came across a dance recital, I think, at like the courtyard of an elementary school. So we watched like 3 little acts. One was kind of like cheering in a way. They were like pom-poms. A girl was singing, and they did little things with umbrellas, and
Little kids.
it was cute.
Yeah. It was
Jason's
interesting.
like, they're not very together. Like, they're 6. So that was fun. And then on Saturday, we decided to walk to An Bang Beach, which was like a 55 minute walk, which wasn't too bad.
Through the rice field.
Yeah, which I didn't realize that they build walkways, scooterways, at least in Hoi An, through the rice
Small
fields.
roads.
Yeah, so they're probably about 5 feet wide,
A little bigger than
6 feet wide.
that. A car could fit, but it would be a tight
It would
squeeze.
be tight. So you can kind of meander through the rice fields.
But depending on the trail, it might be full of scooters.
Yeah, the ones that kind of
The main trails are.
connect things.
Yeah.
And then we saw a baby water buffalo.
Cow.
Cows. I think they're water.
Oh, yeah.
And we took a picture of it. And Jason's like, I see a guy coming. We better go.
So he's gonna want money.
He's gonna want money. So we took off. We were right near the main road at that point, at the end of the walkway. And there was another ancient, tiny man sitting there. and he shook your hand and he pointed to the cow and said,
Baby.
"Baby."
Baby.
So that was fun.
Yeah, I think he won the money also. I think the cows were there for photo opportunities,
I think
it turns
so.
out.
Yeah.
Because they were there a couple days later when they were in the exact same spot. And the two guys just sort of hang there and watch for people to come by. Plus, it was a main route for tourists on tours.
On bicycles.
On bicycle tours, because that grave was back there for that one
Yeah, that
person.
little temple thing.
Yeah.
And then we kept walking down the main road, which no one was walking.
Everybody was on bikes or scooters.
Yeah, and a guy in a scooter drove down and pulled off to the side of the road. And then we realized there was another cow buffalo there. I think he drove down there.
Thinking we might take some pictures.
Yeah, because as soon as we walked by, he turned around and went back the other way. So.
But later on, we found cows that were free.
Free cows. They weren't babies though.
Or water buffalo, or whatever they are. Yeah.
So we got to An Bang Beach, and we didn't have like beach clothes or anything. We just wanted to see what it was like. And there's a little town, I guess, like a little beach town. I didn't see any high-rise buildings. And then the way the beach works there, they're kind of like restaurants on the beach, and they own the umbrellas. So if you buy drinks and food from them, I think they give you the umbrella for free to sit under.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I think it's free.
Wow.
I think.
I would have thought you paid for that and paid for your food. But I don't know.
I think I read that.
Yeah.
But we didn't do it, so we don't know.
And they also have bathrooms.
Yeah,
So it's
bathrooms,
like all
showers,
inclusive.
changing rooms.
Maybe towels, because we saw a lot of towels out
Yeah.
drying.
So we just went to the restaurant, one of the restaurants, and ordered 3 drinks. We had coconut coffee, which you really liked.
That was good.
It was bitter. I had a fruit punchy thing, and then
That was good. And the mango
smoothie,
which was pretty
I've
good.
had better.
I thought it was good.
So we did something we never do, was just sit there.
Because it was so cheap.
Yeah, I think it was what, $6?
Yeah.
So we sat there for an hour and a half, just hung out.
And people want to be your friend as you sit there. Just because they're nice. But they all had the same questions. Which is, where are you from?
Where are you from? Are you married?
Did you have children?
And we said no, and the lady said, why not?
Yeah. And then the weather,
Yeah.
the conditions of the ocean, and then I have this product to sell you.
Yeah. Oh, I have 3 children. I'm very busy.
Yes, very busy.
I don't get to go on
I
a
don't
holiday.
go on vacations. Yeah.
So then they try to sell you bracelets or
Whatever they're selling.
crochet things. I was told that dimples in Vietnam aren't considered lucky.
Yeah.
But we did not buy anything.
But they were nice. I mean,
They were lovely.
it's just funny because the first person you're thinking, well, that was a lot to go through for us to say, no, we're not interested in buying anything. And then the second lady came up and went through the exact same thing. So
Very
it's just
much, yeah. There's
it's what
kind of
they do.
storyline, yeah. And they are in long sleeves, sweatshirts, gloves, I don't know what the Vietnam triangle hat thing is called, jeans. They are so covered up out there.
Yeah.
But they did say it was hot.
Yes. It was hot.
Yeah. And then we went that night to dinner, just kind of walked around, and we got some cake up the street, which wasn't very good. And when we stopped to get our drinks at our favorite mini market, we learned the name of the cat and dog. There's a golden retriever named Kim, which is like cream or ice cream, I think. And then Mon, which is the little tiny kitten. They're really cute.
Cannon Mon.
Come on. So the next day we decided we'd get up early and skip breakfast, which is rare for us, to get to Old Town.
Free food.
Yeah. Well, when you only eat twice a day.
Yeah.
To get to Old Town to try to beat the crowds. And it was Sunday, which really worked out well. We could actually walk around. There seemed to be fewer scooters. Because even on the walking streets, I don't think there's supposed to be scooters. There are some.
It's all over the place, yeah.
But you could actually look at the buildings, which is what I wanted to see,
Mhm.
not so much what they're selling. So we did get to walk around. It started picking up after we were there for a while.
Yeah.
And then we came back to our hotel and ordered. I thought I was hungry, but my stomach was killing me. I'm like, I'm starving. And we ordered a pizza, and then I realized I was just having really bad stomach pain. And I don't know why. And then because I ate, and I'm like, oh, my stomach is still killing me. But that went away. I don't know what it was. And then that night we went back to Old Town because we wanted to go in the dark. Because the big thing there, are the lanterns everywhere and the lantern boats. Because you walk along the waterfront. Do you want to go on this boat? Do you want to go on this boat? We didn't. Yeah.
Duck, duck. No, none of that.
Boat.
Just boats.
We didn't go on the boat, and I don't think we missed anything.
Nah, it really didn't look that exciting.
No.
And it got kind of crowded, and apparently there's some boats that have restrictions about how far they can
Yeah.
go, and you don't know which boats those are.
It doesn't look very fun.
Yeah, didn't look that exciting.
It's pretty, but not.
Plus it was raining too.
Yeah, it started raining, so we had to get our rain gear on,
Sit down.
and a little old man comes by, who I think was, I don't know, what would it be called, mute? I don't think he could speak.
Yeah, he couldn't speak.
Um,
He was aphasic.
That's the technical medical term. So he sat down and he put his number 71 on his hand. He's like, I'm 71, and he kept pointing to the rain and praying. I think he was selling either boat rides and or the paper lanterns that you could light, because he kind of motioned that like it was maybe he couldn't sell them because you couldn't light them at the moment.
Yeah.
Then he was motioning about
Eating,
and he needed to make his belly bigger.
Yeah, he kept on his belly. And
Yes.
at that point, we figured it was probably about money.
He asked how old you were.
Yeah.
We're doing some,
Oh yeah, he
Hand
said he was
numbers.
70 something.
He was 71, which he wrote on his hand, and then he
Yeah.
did the numbers.
So we got up and moved.
It kind of was getting a little uncomfortable.
Well, because you don't know, and I think a lot of it turns into
a sales
money.
pitch, yeah.
Sales pitch. So you're sort of like, oh, okay.
So after that, I don't think we did anything. And then the next day, we just went for a walk in like the non-tourist areas. We wanted to go to this park, which ended up having a little bit of a remnant from,
That prison? No,
Yeah.
it's just an old prison where French people, where the French kept people.
Yeah,
But
the little
I think it
torture,
did.
the little torture
Yeah,
chambers.
it did have something where the Americans used to torture, I think,
Hold
or
people
something.
for
Yeah.
torture or something. So we just walked around there, and then we went out to eat in the evening. It was pouring rain as we were sitting there.
Yeah.
So to avoid the rain, we had to eat ice cream after our dinner. And it actually did stop in like the perfect amount of time to get back to our hotel, which was like a 5-minute walk. And I wanted to go to,
It wasn't Smiley's, but it was good ice
no,
cream.
I want Smiley stuff. I wanted to go to this thing called the Hoi An Memory Show. And for various reasons, we didn't go other evenings. So we were kind of holding off about buying tickets, and we're like, okay, we'll just buy tickets. And we ended up getting there, and it rained slightly on and off, but we bought a section of tickets that had partial covering. So we ended up getting in line early, not knowing this was a good thing, but we ended up being under like the 3 rows that were still covered. Like you could buy more expensive
The
tickets.
front row, the last row that was available to
Yeah.
be covered. Thank goodness.
Yeah, because then it started
Pouring.
pouring, and the poor people were like being pelted, trying to put umbrellas up, which was annoying, but then the people next to us told them,
Yeah, everybody behind is like annoyed that they're putting up their umbrellas, so there you go. But they did give
ponchos and
free ponchos. Well, not free, but I guess it came with your ticket.
Yeah.
So that was nice because if you were there, you were gonna either get soaked or have a poncho on.
Yeah.
And you probably still got soaked.
That was fine. I liked the show.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was entertaining.
I'll try to put a clip in if it passes the copyright test.
Yeah.
I don't know if YouTube will let it, but
Or just look on YouTube, memory. Hoi An memory,
Hoi An memory.
show or something like that.
yeah. But the stage is giant. It's outside. They have a ship. They have buildings. They have these lighted walkways. They have a water where boats are paddled through.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I mean, I've seen things like that, so it wasn't like, wow, that's the...
There was some pyrotechnics.
Yeah,
And that hologram projection thing.
we've seen that in
Yeah.
Budapest.
But it was still good.
It
I'm
was
glad
good.
we went.
Yeah,
I would have been sad if we missed it.
it was entertaining. And it's only an hour, so you can tolerate it.
And then we got to Tuesday. We went to Old Town again in the morning, and we wanted to buy the ticket. So there's a ticket where you can go and visit 5 things in the town. And there's a list of like 25 things. So we got to go into 3 old houses from like 1700.
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah, 1600s,
Yeah.
1700s.
So that was interesting to see. However, they also sell, like one had a little restaurant in it.
Some clothes, maybe, some other odds and
Knick-knacky
ends.
things. Yeah, so
And it's the same family usually that has owned the house.
yeah.
So it's kind of like, that's what your job becomes, I guess,
Yeah.
is you, I don't know.
But they were interested. They weren't very big, so it didn't take that long. It was like a scavenger hunt to find them, even though we had a little map. And then you can only do 1 in one section, 1 in another, and 3 in another. So we did the 3, and we were gonna go to the Chinese pagoda, and we couldn't find it. And then we're like, okay, we'll go to the museum on the way back. And guess what? It was closed
For lunch.
for lunch.
We were probably going to be the only people at the museum. It didn't look too promising.
Wait, was it closed for lunch or was it just closed that day?
No, it was closed for like
Oh.
till 2 o'clock or something
Yeah.
like that.
So we
I mean, yeah, it was the Hoi An Museum. The outside of the building looked pretty run down.
and I think we did afternoon we just did some life admin, looking at airline tickets, updating budgets and all that stuff.
That's what I worked on the budget.
He really worked on it. And then we went to a vegetarian Indian restaurant.
That was really good.
It was okay.
I like Indian a lot better though.
Yeah.
So
I liked yours more than mine.
yeah.
It was funny, they had a sign out front that said Chinese food, and these 2 ladies who I
Which I
presume-
noticed because I said,
Yeah.
"Did you see Chinese food on
In
the
the
menu?"
menu, and I was like, "No."
No.
And these 2 ladies who I presume were Chinese came in, sat down. The guy comes over to take their order, and she's like, "You don't have any Chinese food. It
They were
says
older
Chinese
ladies
food."
too,
Yeah,
so
they
they
were
were
like
not letting it
not
go.
having it. And in our country, you would get in trouble if you advertise something you don't have. They didn't leave. They did order.
Yeah, they did order, but they kind of just wouldn't let it go. The guy was all
Yeah, they brought it
kinda
up again.
smiling, and he just kept smiling.
And then they got something that they said didn't look like the picture in the
Yeah.
menu, and it was funny.
But they were funny in the end.
Yeah.
'Cause they were like, "Well, we've never had this or something, or we're new to this or something."
Yeah.
So
They weren't being mean.
yeah, they were just persistent. They kind of reminded you of 2 older ladies, but one of those things like they just either leave or, but
Yeah.
maybe they didn't want to walk somewhere else. I don't know.
And then we walked on the waterfront again. There is on the waterfront a bridge we would have to pass under to get to Old Town. And I don't know what the name of the bridge was, but I call it the chicken killing bridge because there was some chicken killing operation underneath the bridge, right?
Hey, yeah, it's a chicken slaughterhouse.
Yeah, but it was like 3 people, some buckets.
Some buckets, some chicken carcasses.
We saw one guy starting to pull the feathers off. So
I mean, yeah, it's like we said, it's hard because that's probably the freshest chicken you can get, and it's probably much better than the chicken we're eating at home. But when you see it, you're kind of like,
that's why you get vegetarian and tofu meals.
It doesn't make any sense though. But
No. And then Wednesday we left Hoi An and came to Da Nang. So we checked out of our hotel, we waited in the lobby for like an hour, and then we got here. Our room wasn't ready yet. It's a 5-star hotel.
5-star.
I think maybe in Asia it is. I mean, I've never been to a 5-star American hotel,
Oh, yeah.
but I mean, they gave us like a flower necklace when we got here. They took our photo, which we're not sure.
Yeah.
Apparently it ends up like framed in your room at some point.
It was still kind of an odd check-in.
Yeah, we had to sit on the couches, and then she wanted us to leave. Like, your room's not ready.
Yeah, they
You
don't
can-
really like you hanging out
Yeah.
around there. It's strange. It's
We're like,
different.
no, we're gonna stay here.
Yeah.
So our room is giant.
but
but
like I
there's-
read in the reviews,
Yeah.
no furniture.
So there's not a dresser. The end tables don't really have, they're fake drawers.
Yeah.
So you live out of your suitcase, and
But there's nowhere to put your suitcase.
yeah,
so,
except in the tiny little closet.
Yeah. Nowhere that you could easily access your suitcase.
Unless it's on the floor. That's kind of weird. But right out there, we have a really nice
Yeah,
ocean
that's what I'm
view.
looking at the whole
Yeah. So we're on the 22nd floor. We have a partial ocean view.
Partial city view.
Partial
So if
city
you look
view.
backwards, you got the whole city.
Yeah.
Not the whole city. It's a giant city.
So it's kind of, we can
Mhm.
see the surfers out there because the water's up, and that's fun. And then we had Italian food that night. That was so good. We had bruschetta, and it had
Oh,
tons of garlic,
Yeah.
and penne
lots of garlic.
arrabbiata, and gnocchi.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. It was good.
It was really good.
And the chef was probably from Italy, I think.
Yeah, I think they said the owner was
Yeah.
Italian. And then we just walked on the beach that evening, on the beach, and then there's a huge bricked walkway next to the beach, so you can walk pretty far.
Walk without tripping, although I have tripped on
Yeah.
it. But
No scooters, really.
no scooters, yeah.
Um,
It's pretty open, pretty reliable. And
yeah, I
stuff
mean, there's
to
some like
watch.
dips and everything, but not major holes.
Yeah.
And then our first day here in Da Nang, we decided, and I wanted to get 2 medical tests, calcium scoring and a bone density. And I looked up a hospital locally that had good reviews. So we're here for 2 weeks. I'm like, let's just go the first day. I almost chickened out, but we take a Grab to get there because it was going to take like 50 minutes to walk, and I didn't want to be all sweaty. And we get there at 12:15, and the hospital is closed. Or I say hospital. That's
Turns out
a
I
stretch.
think it's like a clinic almost.
Yeah,
Like a
they-
clinic with an MRI machine, and CTs, and
It
yeah,
said they had an emergency room, but I believe it was also closed at lunch.
I think so.
So they closed from 11:30 to 1.
And they also had like a sign that said late night hour or something, late night options. I don't know,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
So we knew there was a Army helicopter remnant nearby, so we went and saw that.
Which actually was pretty neat now that I know kind of what it was.
Yeah.
The old fort. That,
Citadel.
yeah. Either the French used or attacked or something.
Yes,
I
it
don't
was
know the
prominently
history
in
exactly.
a video we saw. But we really weren't allowed to go over to it because they're in the middle of demolishing a building on the site.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get super close to
I
it.
mean, you could. No one would probably say anything, but we wouldn't break the rules.
Yeah.
We sort of did.
We went beyond the restricted area,
Yes.
but we did not cross the.
The next restricted area.
So we went there and we walked back to the clinic, and they were open, and they have a regular side and a VIP side, and we were gonna go in the regular.
Because we thought, you're not VIP,
Yeah.
but
But the security guard out front told us to go in VIP. And
we just have that look about us.
yes, very important.
Yeah.
And you go in, it's very small. They came over and they wanted my passport, which we were at the elevator and I was like, I bet I need my passport.
Elevator leaving our hotel.
Yeah, so I went back and got it. And they had us scan a QR code, and she's like, say what, I'm like, we really want to know if you just do these tests. And she's like, well, fill this out and put in what you want. in there. So you took all this time typing it out, and then she came over and said, can you write down what you want?
Even though I had just written it down.
Yeah.
And submitted it.
So you typed it out on your phone, she took a photo of it, and then we waited like 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops.
I don't think it was even that.
Yeah.
It was quick.
And she came over and said, we don't do the calcium scoring here, but we do it in this other province, and we can arrange for a car to take you there. And then they don't do the bone density, but like an affiliated clinic does it.
And they could have set that up for us also.
Yeah.
Very accommodating.
Yeah. And they had a free complimentary food and drinks. I watched the lady get a yogurt container, dump it into a bowl, put toppings on it, and sit there and eat her yogurt while she waited.
And we saw another guy get checked in, and he got all his vitals, including his weight, taken
In the lobby.
Right in the lobby.
They did blood pressure. They were doing his temperature under his armpit. He got weighed in the lobby. Yeah. So that was different. That was an interesting cultural experience.
Anyway, so we said, well, no, you don't have to arrange anything.
Yeah.
Just wait. We'll see what else we can find.
So nearby, backtracking beyond the helicopter that we'd already been to, we went to the Da Nang Museum, which, I mean, it cost less than $4 for both of us. And it actually was a good museum.
Yeah, it was a really good
It has
museum.
lots of Vietnam era stuff.
French era stuff, the ancient history of Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
So we went there, and it started raining while we were there, and it rained the whole time we were inside. So we took a Grab back to our hotel, and then we went to dinner nearby.
Restaurant I found.
Jason picked a restaurant.
American Chinese restaurant.
Mayflower American Chinese food. It was so good.
Probably the best Chinese food we've had. We have an authentic Chinese restaurant in our town.
Yeah.
But this was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, this was, I would say, better than that, because I don't think they have tofu with that one.
Yeah, they don't have tofu.
But I do have a really good dish. But this place was even better, I think.
Yeah, it was excellent. I mean, we don't really even go to Chinese in the U.S. because we don't really like it.
Unless we go to that one, and then I can find something, but you don't like much.
I just get something boring. But no, it was excellent. And the person grew up Chinese American in Michigan. I didn't read the whole story in the menu, but we'll be back. I'll finish the menu story to see how they ended
And
up.
apparently the people
Vietnam.
there come back often.
Yes, of course they were all white people.
Yeah, the other white people come back
Yeah.
often.
I think
Not-
everyone that came in was
Not United States, like Australian or something.
Canadian. Yeah.
Canadian. Oh
But-
yeah, they were Canadian.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
And I keep talking about it, and I'd like to go back. And then we went for a walk this morning, all the way up the walkway. And we've learned that the
Weather forecast is not accurate in Vietnam, and I did some research on that, and that seems to be a common. Everybody's come to that conclusion that you can't really find an accurate forecast. But maybe if you're Vietnamese, because one person did suggest you could watch like local television, but I don't know. I don't really know what channels are local.
yeah, we haven't really seen local news. I don't think either.
Well, they are. We do have local stuff, but I don't know what. I don't know whether it's local here or local somewhere
We
else.
wouldn't understand
Yeah,
it
it's
anyway.
somewhere to understand.
So it said it was going to be sunny today and 77, but we got all the way up, probably 2.5 miles, and it started pouring.
But we carry rain gear with
Yeah,
us.
so we put our ponchos on, and it stops relatively quickly. It was raining earlier, it stopped. But it's ironic to me that for like 2 months we were in hot 95-degree weather, and we're like, this feels like it's the beach, but there's no beach. And then we finally get to the beach,
And it
and
rains.
it's rainy, overcast. The temperature is great though.
Yeah,
like
it's very
mid-70s.
cool.
But the rain is unfortunate when you're, I mean, not that we'd be on the beach a lot,
We didn't
but
really go to the beach on it.
yeah.
And it actually would be better to be overcast if we were at the beach.
Yeah, I'd be covered up anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been doing. We are still in
Da Nang.
transportation limbo. Yeah, we're still in denial about going home, but I think we have officially decided we're booking tickets. It'll probably be like a 2-week delay from our original ticket, but we've yet to see a flight going from Abu Dhabi,
Back to the U.S.
well, to Washington for
I see.
sure. But I've looked at the Atlanta flights, I've looked at the New York flights. I don't think they're going. So we just need to
Figure something else.
do it.
Yep.
So, yay.
Okay.
That's it. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.